Recording. 3 channels started.
Oh, look at me. Hi. Hey everyone. Welcome to our dash cam.
We can't see ourselves, so have no idea what you can actually see.
Hopefully we're not upside down.
Kelly won't have us upside down because you know what? She makes sure she has everything just right.
I checked it.
Oh, you pulled off that other little tag there. You've left a little tag on there.
Did.
Need the scalpel again to get that off and get the isopropyl on. Are you
How's it
happy?
on? Scalpel. Welcome back everyone. Of course, you only saw us last week, but we haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Well, a couple of weeks longer than what we wanted to. We've actually been back in Christchurch. And then we begin our Christchurch jobs. We have a whole list of things.
And I've got to get the backs to my earrings because
Oh,
I've
yes.
flicked all the backs of my earrings off. You know when you have a hat on or you have a top on or whatever it is I've lost all the backs of my earrings. Did you see that I had to move quickly?
Just then. Peter gave these to you.
Oh, did he?
So they're the silicone ones, and they're the best ones to stop coming out at all.
Oh, thanks, Peter. Peter's, I have to say, actually, Peter from Peterson's, he's the man who helped us learn about diamonds. He looked after us really well when we both, well, we say we're married, don't we? Do we say married? Civil union? Don't know, whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, he's amazing. I'm sure you all have heard of Peterson's. You have to go in there and see him.
Yeah, if you need anything. So that was nice.
Thanks,
wasn't it?
Peter. Oh, that's so lovely. I'm very pleased about that. So now with my scarf, so these are the latest. Gosh, even jewellery goes all modern. Can't wait, I'm going to be putting them in.
Next job. We've been doing a lot of things. We're going to go through a list. I've actually written them all down because we've managed to fit a lot in. But what we're doing now is we're on a scouting mission. We're on our way south again. We're scouting out a nice location to do our van tour so that everyone overseas can also have a bit of scenery with it as well. And if you're new around here, I'm Kelly and this is Louise and this is Iceberg. We live in her full time, our beautiful van, custom built van, and we've already done a loop of the South Island. And as I said, now we're heading south again to do a scouting mission for our van tour. So I'm going to turn you around. God, we're a bit rusty. How do I turn the... There we go. Can you remember anything that you've done in the last few weeks? We've packed a fair bit in.
Cooking, actually. I absolutely love cooking and I love preparing all of our food to make sure that it's healthy and as clean as we possibly can have it. There was a couple of naughty things that we had and that's okay because sometimes you need to have a bit of saturated fat or you need to have just something which makes you feel good. Banana cake is the one which comes to...
Banana cake.
It's delicious.
Savoury muffins, blueberry muffins, chocolate pumpkin muffins.
I'd actually quite like to say too that there was a little bit of KFC which was thrown in the mix as well. Got to have that every so often. I absolutely love it myself. Kelly's not so fussed, a bit salty for her. But what else had we been doing?
Well, we didn't drive back to Christchurch to eat pumpkin muffins. We actually drove back there because we actually had a list of things that Iceberg needed doing. And I have written them all down so I wouldn't forget. First of all, we went back to Jamie Lewis.
Right, we're just going to let them do their thing.
No, we're not. No, watch them like hawks.
Well, Kelly is, but I'm going to do some editing. Exciting, because by the time we leave here later today, we're going to have all this work done. Kelly's pumped up and she's wearing her shorts as well. She doesn't normally, like me, you know, shorts and singlets, no matter whether it's raining or snowing. She likes to be all snuggy. So, anyway, she's out there. She's jumped out already so that they can start doing their thing. Hope you all are having a good day today too. And whatever you're doing, just take your time, take a deep breath. If you're working with or amongst people who are ruining your day, step aside, go and have a cup of tea or coffee and take a deep breath. Because do you know what? It's not worth it. Okay, talk to you soon.
Because we had to have a non-return valve put in. So basically our hot water, when we drive, our hot water is heated by the engine, and it was getting so hot it was shooting back up the cold tap. So every time Louie wanted to have her cold shower, she was getting hot water, and she was not pleased about it. So we got the non-return valve in, and at the same time Luke was trying to fix, do you remember back when we were in Milford and the Kias ate through our camera? So Luke was trying to fix the camera. Turned out that he couldn't fix it, so it just worked out better for us to just get a new one. Just the wires were so thin and fiddly that it was going to just cost way too much for him to spend the time, you know, putting them all back together. So then we got the new camera, and it was meant to be a plug and play, but it did not plug and play, so then we had to get Luke back out. One end would not fit the other end, and Reolink hadn't changed them, so who knows. Oh, we had a couple of leaks fixed, didn't we? Louie, would you like to tell everyone about the urine tank? How that hasn't been working, and they tried to lift it up and down.
Poor Kelly, I'll tell you what, you know, she goes out there when it's been freezing cold, gloves on, scarf, hat, everything, and the wind sometimes which comes around the corner there, she's out there still, she says, don't worry about it, I'll do it. She's out there and it's been trickling out, and I mean trickling out.
The urine just takes forever to come out of the tank.
So with it taking such a long time to come out of the tank, it's just, it needed to be rectified, it needed to be fixed, and it has been, and we were quite shocked actually by what we saw was actually in there. I'm going to go out there and see what Kelly was meaning by, got to get that on camera.
What the hell is it? Is it dirt? It looks like dirt. Dr. Steve's operating.
Ugh.
It's actually quite long. Ah! What the hell is that? Oh, there's more coming. It's really blocked. Do you want me to get at it from this side?
Oh, it smells bad.
Oh,
What have we
no,
got going on?
You're not under here.
Oh, wow. Okay,
It's
what are you
like-
getting
I
out?
don't know, it's like
Tape?
sellotape or something. Can you open the other, take the cap off just so I can see?
She's
through
got her good tweezers. They'll need to be sterilised. Hop out of the way. Does that mean me too? It's going to squirt?
I think I can see daylight, but we should blow something through it. Oh, hang on, he's going to blow.
Yeah, get
Woo!
out of the way.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, out the way, like. Out.
Watch your head.
Wait!
Watch your head. Okay, you're right. I got you.
Oh!
Jesus.
It was
Not-
disgusting.
Well, it was disgusting, and the smell, I tell you what, gosh, does it come out of a human body? For goodness sakes.
Well, to be fair, it was actually full of like a sellotape or some sort of tape, and it had like a whole lot of filings. When the hole got drilled into the tank, obviously all the filings weren't, you know, cleaned out, and over time they just turned like to this slush thing. So it was a mixture of sellotape and slush basically in our urine tank.
Yep.
And we took the opportunity, having a bit of extra water, to wash Iceberg. It actually took us all day to wash her.
2 days, wasn't it?
It took all day to wash her on the outside, and then of course we were cleaning on the inside as well. And we've been through every single drawer, and we've gone back through and taken out a whole lot of other things. And sold a whole lot of things. Can you remember all the things we've just sold?
I don't know if I can remember them all, but I can tell you that there was definitely the chainsaw in there. That was like, actually Kelly had her arms and her legs chopped off by the fact of how much pain she had to go through to actually let that out of her clutches. The BioLite pit. There was also all these other things that we had, these big tarpaulins, and of course our bikes, you saw that on the video.
The
they were hard
bikes.
to get rid of. All the homework which was done to get the best quality bikes for our adventures. So there were all those sorts of things. What else was there? All these bits and pieces. You've probably got a list.
The one thing we did find that everything went to a really good home, and we were really happy with the people that bought the items. So in a way, it was easier to let them go. But
Feeling a wee bit sad and a wee bit emotional about bikes going. Where's Kelly? There she is there.
they need to sell. We have to do it. It'll get us another month or so.
I guess we have actually been have disconnected from them, but it is just you're the one who's been doing all the work. Kelly's actually, I might tell you all, has been doing everything for Marketplace and on Trade Me. It's like with when we were at work, she always did all the analytical, all the paperwork, all the hard work of things, and she's done this with taking the photos, writing the description and everything. And here's these bags.
They haven't been paid for yet, so we better get out there.
Yep. Bye. Well, that's it. A couple more things to sell and we're off again.
Once you've sold something, and we delete the photos, because if you go back and you look at the photos and think, oh, I remember we had that, you just got to delete the photos and just move on. What else did we have fixed? All our stainless steel washers and screws started rusting. We didn't notice it straight away, and it wasn't until you clean every nook and cranny, and a lot of things have been rusting up. So underneath Iceberg, the steel that's all been powder coated to hold the tanks in, it's obviously had stone chips and everything on it, so that had all chipped off. So we recoated that with black hammerite, and up on the roof rack I did white hammerite to cover the stainless steel screws and washers that had started rusting. Oh, we went to James, didn't we? James helped fix a couple of things. I could not get the dash cam. Did we tell you we had a dash cam put in? Luke did a dash cam.
Heck, that was quick. What have you... Oh, very good. Tell everybody what it is.
Dash cam.
So a bit has been going on from when we first arrived. We've got Steve, as you know, has been doing all his work. Kelly showed you, and I'm just going to show you what Kelly's doing at the moment, because we have, as you can see, Luke looks like the Wicked Witch from under the house, but he's under the van. Couple of feet underneath there. He's working hard.
And when he pulled this out, it's all rusting underneath.
So I've given Kelly the go-ahead that she can actually put the black underneath there, because I did have a conniption when she put it on there last time.
Oh no, here. I did it here last time. I
Yep.
didn't realise you'd be able to see it under the door.
Luckily you can't actually see it, but I did have a conniption over it.
I can fix it with the white though, but this you won't see. I'm about to tell you, this is for a handle, so I just need to put a bit of white hammerite in there, and then I'll put the handle on. We decided to take this side off too while we're at it and have a look. And Luke's at the back, he's trying to work out how to get the wire up. He's got it up the side there. He's just got to get it up out there.
So the dash cam has been fitted. As you can see, the other bits and pieces are on the front seat. That's because we want to take the time to put them exactly where we want them. So we're still outside Jamie Lewis's at the moment, and Kelly's got herself a bit of a headache right now. She hasn't had a chance to drink much water, of course, and she's been keeping an eye on everybody. And she's been left with a number of things to do herself.
Not left. I just said, oh, I can do that just to try and save a bit of hourly rate. So I'm just going to put this on, but I've just seen there's a couple little screws in there. So the back dash cam, the dash cam, rear cam is up. Do you want to come and have a look?
Yeah.
And then we've got the front cam.
So we'll come and have a look. As you can see, Osh, we're back to that again. Kelly puts everything on the steps.
That's because when you work like...
Well, you do, but I'm forever trying not to trip over things. See those two holes there? And generally what we do is, you can see we've got the key there. and we have the key there, but we usually use this bit here, but we don't want to break that.
Don't want to break that, so we've got a wee pull handle.
Is the rear dash cam,
Under the rear cam is the rear dash cam.
everybody put your head up more, that's it. There it is. Let's get a bit closer, shall we?
Because the rear cam doesn't work while you're driving forwards.
Bloody cameras everywhere. Oh yes.
You can have this out for a while.
Kelly loves it using her tools. She loves it. She would be a builder or a mechanic or something to do with tools if she could.
If I had my time again, I would either be a builder or a
lawyer?
translator. We probably haven't told anyone about my love of languages yet, because we haven't had a chance, because we're in an English-speaking country. But hopefully, well, America's not going to help, is it?
All Americans, you speak your language. Kiwis, Australians, you will speak your lingo and language as well.
Be able to translate American for you. Sandwich is a burger, I know that.
Look at those flowers in there. Shivers, they're locked behind the doors there. They're not wild ones, everybody, for me to go and help myself. Can't. Oh, look. They've got anemones down there too. See the anemones through there? Those of you who know flowers know that which ones are anemones. Pansies. Oh, that's quite good, isn't it? It's quite strong. How can something so small be so strong? Is it strong enough?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yep.
Are you sure? Is everybody sure? Oh yes, it comes through the other side. I forgot to use my bushki balls this morning. You all know about my bushki balls, don't you? Do you? Have I not told you? This is what I use on my back. And for Bushkid, you know the neighbour's cat? She gave these to me as a birthday present. Not this last birthday, but the year before actually. And they're called my bushki balls. Because Bushki gave me these balls for my back. She gave me wee balls, but I prefer to use the big balls.
I could not get the bloody dash cam to get a hole through the, what do you call it, like the console, to get the final cord through just to make it tidy. Let me have a look at this.
We're out here at I-1 in case you all were one. What the heck have you got there?
If you want to drill through fiberglass, you need something like that. I was trying to drill it with a single. I had the pointy bit, but it just kept slipping.
Well, we'll see what angle we've actually got to come in at.
Okay.
Because we might have to take the pilot off that.
A simple hole through the side.
It's not as easy as you think. So I have to say to everybody, it's funny seeing James doing that with the tape and with his overalls he's got on, because it reminds me of Dad when we used to be calfing. The sleeve and the overalls get wound up, and of course you're feeling to see where the calf is for calving. Don't know how what everyone thinks about that, but anyway, that's where it took me back to, the calving days.
I'm in the right spot.
It's like a mouse nest.
Yeah, it's almost like insulation, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now we can run this cable through there and into here. So there's the dash cam now. So instead of having wires all hanging out, we've got them all put up in behind here, up through in here, and through into here. But James helped us with that, and also he took out the final bike cleats.
There's some space.
We have some space, but unfortunately we have to take these out.
Okay.
The hours and hours and hours.
It's life.
Well, I like your response.
But that's the way it is.
So we've got a wee puppet show going on or something, doesn't it? A peep show. Shepard for Timbers, it must be like. We could do little puppet shows from in the back.
That was the last of the bikes, but we've moved on now. We're nice and light now. Icy's driving really well today.
Took some extra clothes out, all our winter gear and everything. We have transferred it all to the boot. We've
Yes.
got a couple of nice suitcases and everything. We thought, well, we'll fill them up with bits and pieces that we will need to have when we go on the plane.
Originally, we were going to put those suitcases on the roof, and we had a big waterproof bag, and we got some tie downs and things. But because the bikes aren't in there anymore, we've got to use that space for our luggage, which has worked out quite good. And our
It has.
containers, yeah. I was thinking, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, why didn't you just sell everything before you left Christchurch the first time? It actually got too much for us. We were absolutely exhausted, weren't we?
Yes.
And it was just too emotional to try and sell the bikes again. Like back then, the chainsaw, I know we repeat the same things
It
because
was never going to happen.
they're the heavier things that had to go first. But it was actually too much, and we just couldn't bear the thought of selling another thing, so we actually left it all at Mum's. It was very kind of her to let us use her spare areas to store the items. So this time we came back round and we were refreshed. We got everything on Marketplace, Trade Me. We actually got, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 items that haven't sold, but I've still got the photos. I have to put them on and they can come and collect. Oh, what we haven't told everyone is we learned how to change a tyre. So we went into Mag & Turbo because you might have seen our jewellery wheels at the back of our vehicle. So we have to check the tyre pressure every week just as part of our maintenance, but you couldn't reach the inside wheels, so we're only ever checking the outside 4 wheels, so the 2 inner jewellery wheels were never getting checked. So what we needed was like an extension valve. So they ordered one in and we went in there, but when they took the outside wheel off, they found that the inside wheel already had an extension that came from Mercedes. It's like a plasticky thing, and so you couldn't put an extension on an extension. So then they put the wheels back on and ordered a longer extension. So then we went back in, got them fitted, so now we can check every tyre. We can inflate, deflate, everything with our compressor, which is really good. And yeah, we learned where to put the jack, how to jack it up, how to change the tyre, which nuts, which bolts, which wrench, so that was really good. So you wheel that thing up
Yep.
as far as you can,
So you can get it as far as you can, yep.
then you get the end of that thing tight in the bottom,
Yep.
and then,
And then when you want to go down, you just loosen it off.
okay. To change this tyre, we need a 16mm spanner. Should get the hub odometer off. So, Caleb, he's been amazing. He's changed the front tyres. He's rotated the front 2 and with one of the back ones because they were scalloping. So the inside was getting a little worn, and to protect the tyres, he's rotated them.
Complicated. Like, I mean, say in 6 months' time and we haven't done anything at all because we haven't needed to do anything. Sorry, everybody, we're just doing a wee bit of bumping as they're dropping the vehicle.
This Mercedes jack that just pushed us up straight away.
So it is actually...
Yeah,
do we?
he was struggling with his 3-ton jack, but our Mercedes one, which is only about this big, just boom, 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 straight up we went.
So we're taking that with us now, are
I think we might need to. We have got our hydraulics to lift us, but we've seen them in the Patagonia on the salt flats.
Yeah, that was
where
fun.
they've had to like jack themselves out because you can just sink there. So I just think it would be a good thing to have that with us.
Now, can I just, before you jump like a little cricket out
Yes,
there,
you could see I was
grasshopper?
about to go, yeah.
Yes, I do. I know that. Could you just tell everybody very quickly, give them just a brief update of how we were thinking of going to LA?
Yes.
And we're contemplating maybe somewhere else.
It's just a number of people who have been saying to us, don't go to America, don't go to America. It's just like, we're not doing anything wrong. Surely he's not going to deport us for being a tourist.
It's the unknown. It's what we don't know. We live here. Anybody who lives in America, I don't know, what's happening there, whether we're safe. I mean, is that a silly thing to say about us being safe? Surely we're safe. you're allowed to travel somewhere, of course, you know, it's the usual thing that you don't have things on you, stupid things on you to be pulled over. I always do stand out anyway whenever I do travel. Haircut, maybe the way I hold myself, my height. I dress for comfort. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. I always get pulled to the side, and I have questioned that a couple of times. I said, I knew you were going to choose me, you know, even though I've taken my belts and everything off or jewellery. And they said, no, it's just random. Well, I'm pretty lucky because I randomly get chosen every single time. In fact, one time when we were on holiday, I got chosen twice. I went through, and then I was asked to go back round again and go through. Here's Kelly. How did you get on? I've been having a good chat to everybody.
Oh, have you? That's the last thing you have to do when you change your tyre, is torque them. So we won't be able to do that. So torque to 160 after each tyre change. Perfect. So we'll be able to change a tyre, undo them, change the tyre or fix a seal, but we won't be able to torque them back up. So we'll tighten them as much as we can, but then we'll have to drive to a shop to get them just to do that final. Unless our torque wrench does it.
Is there something you can try while we're here? Have we got it in here?
I have. Oh, I'll go and ask him.
Might as well.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
Can we get that man in there?
He's coming around your side.
Yeah, heaps of rain.
Gotcha.
Thank you!
Thank you very, very much.
Well, if you need anything at all, get yourself down to Mag and Turbo. Hayden and the boy. Oh, the tyres feel different.
Do they? Do they really?
They always sound like they're rubbing a bit, but they're making an awfully funny noise. I might go back round. Doesn't sound right, does it?
No.
Under the wheel. This is the inside of the wheel. This is how we had it balanced before.
Are these
ones
weights?
Here, yeah, these are stick-on wheel weights.
There you go.
These ones here were hitting on the inside closer to the caliper.
Yep.
This is where these ones don't. So we'll just balance here instead of balancing there and there.
Okay. Alright, we're all under control now. The wheel balancing weight was hitting on the caliper. On the Sprinter, it has to be a static balance, that's the word he said, static. And Dean said that the next tyre shop will know what that means on where to put the wheel weights. We also went for our COF, that was due, so we managed to fit that in as well.
The other one does that something else.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you nicely to give me a hint.
Okay.
Do you want to shake the wheel for me?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
She'd love to.
Yeah. Might as well do our own COF. Am I doing it right? Do I get a discount? What else, Louis? Is there anything else we've done?
Well, the other thing that we've done is we've started to come to terms, well maybe more me, I don't know, that we are saying goodbye to Christchurch and family and everything. I have a very tight connection to Christchurch, to family. Not that I've got a lot of family here, but I do have some here, and it's pretty hard to sort of let go. I think the best way round it, I've discovered, is to not say bye, goodbye, I don't know when I'm going to see you next or anything. It's more see you soon is the best way to say it, because we have in this day and age, we have FaceTime, we have Messenger, we're not writing letters and they get lost in the mail or anything. We can do those things. So I've found the best way is just to say see you soon. So have been coming to terms with doing things like that. It's a huge thing, uplifting, uprooting. It's huge what we have been doing.
So once we've done our scouting trip and done our van tour, we're going to come back through Dunedin to see Louise's goddaughter Sophia and her family, say goodbye to them. No, sorry, not goodbye, see you soon. And then we're going to come back up through Oamaru and see if we can see penguins, because we flew down past Oamaru on the way to get Bella last time. We didn't stop to see penguins.
Not flew on a plane, but
No.
flew down.
Fast. Then we're going to head towards the North Island. So we'll go over on the ferry up into the North Island, and then if you're new around here and you're not sure what we're up to, we're actually going to be shipping, hopefully, to LA. Yes, against everyone's better judgment. Put your hands on the wheel, please. There was one more thing I forgot to tell you, because see, if I hadn't written this down, I would have forgot half of it. Remember I told you about our hot water tank, how it heats when we drive? Well, it wasn't heating when we didn't drive. We do have an electric switch to it. Our engine says it gets to 90 degrees, and the hot water has a trip at 96 degrees, but it was tripping all the time. Every time we'd drive, it would trip. So now we've got Luke put in a thermometer so that it senses when it's getting too hot, it turns off, and then it senses when it's getting too cold and it turns back on. So that's been working really well. Okay, not too much further till we get to Lake Camp. What is it, another 20 k's? Like,
It's not, yes, it's about another 20. Did you saw that on the
another 20 k's. It's a beautiful day here, so we're going to go and enjoy this drive. We'll show you when we get there. It's meant to be beautiful. The photos look amazing. And I'm going to be practicing how to, well, actually learning, I haven't even got it out of the box yet, the drone. And you're going to do some editing, aren't you?
I am. It will be dinner time before we realise it, actually. And I'm going to cook on the barbecue tonight. I've been barbecuing basically just about every day anyway. And,
So more like a house barbecue, not a van barbecue.
A bit different. So yes, back to our barbecue, which I absolutely love. And this evening we have we're having steak. We found we did sort of like a deep shop or a bigger shop, because in Christchurch the groceries are just a little bit more reasonable than what they are in some of the other places that we've been to. Would you believe?
All right, how was that for a catch-up intro? You didn't know you were getting that.
I just keep thinking ginger tablets. When we come back through, I'm going to be getting the ginger tablets for when we go on the Inter-Islander and on the plane.
Your travel calm would have arrived by
We
then.
need more than travel calm on. We're needing a, God knows what, Valium probably to calm me down. I get very nervous going on rocky boats. Cruise ships are fine, but the Inter-Islander,
Not all cruise ships are fine.
we had one which was a bit rocky. We were on our way to Hawaii. It was not nice.
I'm going to turn you around. This time of day, when the sun hits these mountains, I tell you, if you come to New Zealand, you must come through the centre of the South Island, down towards Tekapo, Pukaki, Wanaka, Queenstown, Cromwell. You must do it. The mountains are just spectacular. All right, we'll say goodbye for now. I'll turn you around and show you this. This doesn't look like it's too bad for our first stop for our scouting tour. We've got snow-covered peaks on one side, beautiful brown dusky mountains. I just love it when the sun hits the mountains at this time of day. Looks like we're about to see a lake too. Damn good to me.
Nobody can go past us if they so to choose. Oh, there's little sparrows down there.
Epic spot. Good job. Well, that's not bad if I do say so myself. I think I know someone who will be getting in that. A few people down there swimming. I think I'd rate that view What do you reckon?
Looks so good, and we've only just stopped and everything. I can feel the heat of the sun, but I'm thinking I might not do any editing. I think I might just get the picnic chairs out and get a little bit of suntan on my legs and arms.
Stop it.
A little bit of suntan, whatever you want to call it, because it's so peaceful that you never know what tomorrow brings. So do it now.
Been here all of what? 10 minutes.
Baby, I'm home again.